today we are going to be thrifting our autumn wardrobe with a £53 budget. My name is Jamie. Let's get into the details and then I'll take you along with me thrifting. I'll show you what I got, so if you're ready, come along. So we almost come into a full year of living with less clothes. Favorite jeans, I only have 2 pairs. A big thing that I used to do would go shopping. I'll return it if it don't fit. Just never used to return things. End up with heaps in my wardrobe. Let's not do that. If you are going thrifting for a whole new wardrobe, I'm hoping that sharing my requirements will help you really think about what either your style might be, what you are lacking in your wardrobe, or what you are really wanting out of the season. Oh my god, same color. Could just wear this. And it feels really strange to say it's time to add some clothes back in. Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going thrifting and I'm so excited and I feel so blessed to have the opportunity to take you along with me today. We are thrifting for my entire autumn slash fall closet slash wardrobe, depending on where in the world you reside. I have a budget of £53. I will talk to you in a minute about why I set that specific budget. I will also talk to you about my criteria or requirements for my thrift haul or my autumn wardrobe. So I do have these specific requirements because I feel like it's really important if you are going thrifting or shopping in general for a whole new wardrobe or more than like one specific piece, to know what you're looking for ahead of time. And I'm hoping that sharing my sort of requirements with you will help you really think about what either your style might be or what you are lacking in your wardrobe or what you are really wanting out of the season. So just continue watching and I'll go through all of that with you and then we'll head to the thrift store, look what's there. I'm not entirely sure if this will be a one trip video but I know I'll find a few good pieces, but I don't know if I'll find 50 like all the pieces that I want. We're gonna come back here, see how much it all came to, a little try on haul slash review, and I would love your help and input in what pieces you think I should definitely keep and perhaps which ones I shouldn't. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So this might feel a little bit familiar. You might have watched my I now own 53 items after my last declutter in July. Are you ready? We have decluttered that massive pile. Let's see how much we have left. What? I did reduce most of my clothes following an initial declutter of all my clothes that I did about 10 months ago now. This is every single clothing item that I own that also needs to go. That pile with things that are going. So we almost come into a full year of living with less clothes. And it feels really strange to say, but it's time to add some clothes back in. This is to create my autumn capsule wardrobe. Being more minimalist, I am also thinking of kind of longer terms, my overall style, what I'd like to incorporate back in after having lived with less items for almost a year now. Also, I'm thinking about future seasons because although this is autumn and I want to dress for comfort and I want to dress for coziness, I also want to have transitional pieces that can potentially see me through at least more into winter and that season into spring. So between winter and spring when things are still a little bit chilly but not quite warm yet. So I do have a few requirements and let's go through those next. If you are over from my main channel, which is a budgeting slash living with less channel, you might be here right with me wanting to shoot myself in the foot for going shopping, but going into this whole new shopping spree is not looking for less and essential items, but also looking to spend what we can afford. So in this, it means having a budget. As you already know from my title and from my introduction, this budget is £53. This is a little bit more finicky why I came up with this, because I thought, okay, if I want a new autumn wardrobe, I'm happy to spend a bit more money because I'm gonna keep warm and comfortable and feel good. That's fine. I knew already that I didn't want to buy anything new if I could avoid it, unless I found a really good item. Usually that's coats, but I have got coats that will probably keep me warm for the season, so it's not very minimalistic of me to look for some more. After the end of my last declutter, I ended up with 53 items. Why not give myself £1 for every item I had left, so I wouldn't end up with an excess amount if I were to find a coat or boots, they're usually around 10 to 15 pounds each, so I might just end up getting, you know, 5 items. However, if I look for an average price of £5-6, I could end up with about 10 items, which feels really nice and comfortable amount to bring into my wardrobe for the season and see how I feel. But of course, I want your opinion and I want to hear what you think of the items that I choose. My main requirements is a pair of jeans. Any other complaint I've ever had is these jeans. I love them. They're my favorite jeans. I only have 2 pairs. A pair of black ones, which are the same Topshop mom jeans as these. I've had these for 2 years and I love them. However, these knees are not meant to have rips in them, and I've said this for like the past year. I need to replace them. This is just from crawling all around the living room from my toddler. I do need to try and find a pair of jeans, but I've actually never found a good pair in the thrift store. So hopefully I can find a pair. Maybe not replace these. I'll wear them with the holes for as long as I can until it just looks absolutely ridiculous. My next requirement in the autumn, I'd always buy coats or boots, but I think I can get away with what I have. Buying either one of those will probably take up a huge chunk of my budget, so unless I find like the perfect piece that would keep me really warm and really comfortable, I'll probably skip those this time. But I definitely want to get jumpers. Even though I have this cardigan that's going a bit tatty, these a loose knit without being like a loose knit. They are actually a lot thinner than they look. They're good to wear in like a summer evening. I'm wanting to find some really good jumpers and warmer knits. For bottoms, I want to find something other than shorts. I do have a lot of shorts. Otherwise, I just wear jeans and like 1 pair of brown leggings always. I want to find another alternative. I'm thinking maybe skirts. Even though I'm short, if they're longer, I could maybe wear like thermals under them. Is that weird? I don't know. Maybe that's like going too far, but it's an idea. What I think would be nice to have for like my overall personal style is something that's perhaps more feminine. I'd like to look for more feminine fabrics, like maybe something more satiny or linen. A bit nicer texture rather than patterns, so that it can be incorporated a little bit better into my wardrobe. I do like to have pieces that are either completely neutral or pieces that can stand alone. So something more feminine in terms of texture, or potentially even something floral. Even though I do love to wear florals in the spring, I feel like that's also really nice to have either sheer fabrics or floral patterns or fabrics with like heavier knits. So I'm going to try and find those. And just to recap, if we can find some jeans, if we can find something nice, chunky, warm knits, if we can find some, maybe some skirts and some feminine floral goodness, we're good. So without further ado, let's head to the thrift store. Okay fans, so this is not a super busy thrift store, and I do live in a very small area, so it's kind of a rack for each kind of top or bottom style, and to be honest the prices are pretty decent. It's not like a £1 bargain, but they do tend to go for around £5 for a jumper, give or take. And obviously I was looking for some warm knits, and this particular thrift store had them all together in one place, but they do arrange them by size. I wanted some really nice and cream colored knits to begin with, so I could style it with a lot of other items, and I really like to look at this one. It was £5 and it's got this kind of speckled marled type knit, and this really like popped out to me in person, this red H&M jumper. I thought it was really cute. It looks kind of like muddled, but this is iPhone footage for you when I'm out. This was a Dorothy Perkins one. It was £4 and really soft. Yeah, these embroidered flowers, which I know could be a little bit of a hit or miss, but I really like them. And moving on to like the skirt section, I did see this patterned one first from a distance, just to kind of spot the skirts, because I thought it was just trousers, cream colored pattern, and then it's also have these neutral to the left of it, but I like this pleated look, and it made me also go for this satin colored skirt. But these were some items I was thinking of. I've seen a couple of jeans. Here's some River Island ones that felt really nice and a good neck. I also decided to look at some dresses while I was there because I thought you can layer them really well, and of course sort of coming out of end of summer season, you might find a few more linen fabrics in the thrift store as people are kind of decluttering their previous season. So I thought this was a pretty good score, and let's see what we got. Okay, friends. I know this seems a bit excessive. I had to swap my coat because all of a sudden it's gone glorious outside. It's blue skies and wonderful, and I was getting so hot in my wool coat. So I guess one lesson is, if you are minimizing and decluttering, don't just keep one coat, because we have more than one type of weather a day in the UK. I knew I didn't want to get anything from the high street or brand new. Be more sustainable, doing everybody a favor really, including my own bank account. But definitely when I see this, definitely my own bank account, because I could not go into a store these days, even Primark, and pretty much pick up pieces like this amount for 50 quid. I think we need to make a quick coffee and then clear the rail and just try it all on and see how we get on. What do you think? I don't know if you can see this. Anything in here is from my decluttering previously, and transfer everything as neatly as possible. A few more hangers here actually. Okay, so bar what I'm wearing and like two more coats downstairs, and like what I have in the bin, shorts, bralettes, pair of jeans down there. This is like all the clothes that I obviously own right now. Let's put the new clothes onto the rack and do a little bit of a try on. I could have gone a little bit trigger happy in the thrift store, but I stuck to the budget, so that's number one. So the second part is actually making sure these are pieces I'm going to wear, and if not, returning them. And then I'll be under budget and again minimizing that way. Especially because I think a big thing that I used to do would go shopping and I was like, oh, I'll return it if it don't fit. I just never used to return things. End up with heaps in my wardrobe. Let's not do that. Got it all up and ready, what the kind of requirements were, if they met those requirements, also of course the price, and then kind of the quantities in the end, what we got for £53, and if it actually did extend to being an autumn wardrobe. I'm gonna try not to use any sort of additional pieces to style this wardrobe, apart from maybe like change the boots for like a look, because I don't think it's fair to like the £53, but I'm sure we all have at least one pair of shoes if we're the type of people who wear shoes. First one are these jeans. My first requirement was finding a pair of jeans, and I did. These are River Island, and I have had two pairs of River Island jeans in my life, and they were about 45 to 50 pounds each. But I got this pair. This is a size 10 also, for reference. £3 is what this cost. They don't have any rips in the knees, which is their bonus. They are, however, frayed at the bottom. I do feel like they could easily fray a bit more. If anyone have jeans like this, let me know what you do. Apart from that, I really like these. Can't go wrong with £3. And I've never really thought I'd go for like straight leg jeans. However, I'm going for this jumper here. And this is the second chunkiest jumper that I got. It's a tighter knit as well, and it's got this sort of mild yarn. Originally from H&M and a size small. Ended up being £5. This ended up being my favorite overall. It's the perfect chunky knit. It's warm, but it's not too warm, and it's got some weight to it. I really, really enjoy this without it being bulky, so you can still layer it without it being too much. Next up were the only kind of top that I got, and I were on the hunt for something red, mainly because we're going into Christmas, and I found this. First I thought, hey, I'm gonna try this on, look ridiculous, and I'm gonna have to return this. When I saw it on the hanger that it would be like a really weird kind of boxy fit, but when I put it on, I really liked how the neckline looked. It had a little pocket, and because it's like longer at the back and shorter at the front, you could easily tack it in. This would be really cute with a skirt for like Valentine's Day, but also I thought it could be a very neat little top underneath a jumper. I've always wanted to do the whole shirt jumper look. The shirts that I've got, they're always too crispy, so it's not actually soft and comfortable. This one was £2. Like, it's cheaper than half a coffee these days. It's a very lightweight jumper. It's also slightly longer length, medium-sized cuffs, more narrow ribbed neckline, but this is a very versatile jumper. You can perhaps wear it over a dress for just chillier evenings, tuck it into jeans. You can pretty much do anything with this type of jumper. I'm always after a good sort of cream jumper. I just expected to find a thicker one, but actually I'm really happy. £4. Very red one. When I got there, I realized for like Christmas time, and what's better than like a red jumper? It's not a Christmas jumper from H&M, and it's got that kind of velvety velour type feel. This is a size small. This one was also £4. It's such a nice jumper as like an extra little pop. This is Dorothy Perkins, one of my favorite jumpers that I've got recently, also from the thrift store. Camel colored one is also from Dorothy Perkins. This is US 8, so a UK 12. A couple of sizes bigger than what I normally get. I really liked how this fit. I feel like it could do really well in that transitional or transseasonal period between winter and spring, as well as now autumn to winter. This jumper definitely ticks that box, and I think that's the first reason I picked it up. But I also do like a little bit of blue in my wardrobe. This chevron pattern in the knit, granny-esque, but it's also embroidered little flowers, and I just think they are just darling. A Primark skirt. This is quite expensive actually. This was £4 for Primark, I think. I have no idea how much it would be normally. It feels quite good quality. Like this dress that I'm wearing, a Zara one, as a basic underneath jumpers. Pretty much like what I'm wearing now. Oh my god, like pretty much the exact same color. Could just wear this. This could be one that I return. I do find this is useful. Let me know what you think. I like how you can layer it with chunkier knit, but please let me know your opinion on this one. Okay, this is definitely ticking the more skirt and feminine boxes in my sort of autumn criteria. Now, I wouldn't say this is particularly autumn, but I did try to pick up some more autumnal pieces. This was Tesco, brand new with tags, and then it'd been reduced to £10 in the store. Ended up being £4. I feel like you could wear this layered with just about anything during any season, and it would just be like a little bit of everyday glam. Really enjoy this, and I hope can make a lot of use out of this. First of all, the price I can't knock, £1.75, and this was the first skirt that I actually found. This made me kind of dig more into the skirt section, because I did want something kind of feminine. I did want something with not too much pattern. This would be easier than I thought, but I liked the style of this. I felt comfortable in this, a lot more comfortable than I thought I would. It's got the lining and the actual skirt material, so it makes it feel a little bit more layered in itself, which quite literally it is. And of course it would look very different depending on what you layer it with and what type of like boots you're wearing. It's going to look like a different style, which I like a lot when it comes to skirts and jumpers. This is the last of the skirts, and this is from H&M. It feels like a skirt that I had when I was younger. They were like a real investment piece that I have no idea where it's gone as I've moved over the years. And I'm pretty sure I saw it on the website and I was like, oh, that's something that I'd wear, but they would never look good on me. I'm too short. I'd look like I've drowned in material, like a little girl trying on their like mother's clothes. Size 8, and I feel personally, like, correct me if you don't agree, I feel like it did fit. Or am I just being ambitious? Like, I just really enjoyed this. It made me feel really pretty. So it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I think it's my cup of tea. Not only that, this skirt was £2.50, you guys. £2.50. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you go wrong with that? Like, I don't think you can go wrong with that. I did want a couple of dresses for sure. I wanted to find some linen pieces. Now this is a fat phase dress. It's fraying a lot. I've already pulled like 5 threads off. I'm going to have to investigate. It's definitely the type of dress that I was after. It even fits so much better than I expected. This is what I wanted when I think of like linen pieces. I want them to fit like this, but because I'm 5'1", I just really struggle. Around the bust things fit strange, or they can't go over my hips because I've got wider hips than like anywhere else. I tend to also have everything gape like around here, which is really awkward, but this didn't. And this is 65% Larcel, 15% linen. I definitely needed to get myself a hand steamer with these ambitions. £6 for this one. I looked at the last one that I'm going to show you first, and that was a linen blend. This was hanging next to it, and I just assumed that this was like a linen mix as well, but it's not. But this was £3 in the sale. I can't return this, so it was a little bit risky. I thought that it might gape around my bust, but it didn't. I feel like a little black dress for any occasion is just really good to have. Short sleeves, so it's not long sleeves, and it's not something like this, so I'd feel comfortable wearing it without anything on top, if that makes sense. And I feel like it's a great staple to have in your wardrobe. I wanted something in like autumnal colors. I like the neckline. It's nice. It's clean. I like the length. The dots put in all the way through. Genuinely, this dress, and I think the first one and now the last one I'm going to show you, all made me feel like I have a good body shape. And this might be weird to say, and especially online now, like I don't have body confidence issues. Even after like having kids and doing all this stuff, I used to have very bad confidence issues. Problems eating, I used to have problems overeating, I used to work out too much, but I still feel more confident than ever since I've had kids. I think that's like, I just stopped caring less about myself. It could be an age thing. I just feel a bit frumpy. Short and stocky and frumpy a lot of times. This dress made me feel like I have the shape of a woman and not of a small child. This one was kind of like the perfect autumnal piece. Red, orange, autumnal color, chunky straps. I love the neckline. I love how it's got the darted bodies, this whole gathered waistline, a little bit of a drop waist, how it's more of like an A-line type skirt. It also has a smock back, which I think is really flattering. Feels a little bit heavier, so of course I looked. This is not obviously entirely linen, but it is a 22%. Gives it that linen feel. Use a calculator. Oh my god, it all came to $52.50. That's amazing. I'm so happy. I think that we pretty much met most, if not all, of our criteria. We did get the jeans. We did stick to the budget, you guys, of £53. I'm coming in at £52.50. Got jumpers for our warmth, 4 jumpers, bottoms other than shorts. We ended up getting a pair of jeans, 4 pairs of skirts, and we also got 4 dresses, which is crazy. And of course we did get a heart top. For my style, I did want to keep it feminine. Showing my notes, but it's horrible handwriting. Wanted to keep it feminine to be able to carry through the season were my actual notes. Maybe the odd pattern. I do feel like this could very easily be my autumn wardrobe. As always, it fits on a clothing rack, and to be honest, we've got a lot of space. If you are going thrifting, if you are looking for your autumn wardrobe, if you are putting things together, put your requirements down, write them down before you go, and perhaps you can also tick them off at the end. I hope this gave you some inspiration. I feel so blessed to have you spend this time with me. Please consider subscribing and give this video a thumbs up and a like. It really helps me out, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.